Hey everyone, are you
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing? Good morning. Anybody that was on Terry Lynn's live last night, she asked me to call her and wake her up. Or guys, I just called her and she didn't get up. So I am here. It's a beautiful Thursday. Beautiful Thursday. Hi, Susan. Hi, the Mexican chick. Hi, Rebecca. Good morning. Good morning, CJ, and welcome. Let's see. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? I know it's early. Good morning, Terry. I see you. Good morning, Celia. Good morning, NB. Good morning, good morning, good morning, my sweetie. All right, guys, let's see. JJ, good morning. Good morning, Snuggle Bunny. I got up this morning and I started sending JFed all the information she asked me for last night. I think I sent her everything on the case for Aaron. If not, she'll let me know. I'll go back and double check. Good morning, Dana Dane. Good morning, Big Bad Wolf. Big Bad Wolf. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so like I said last night on Terry Lynn's channel, next Thursday, I'm going to go live tonight with Debbie. I just have to get the time together, and I know we're going to discuss uh, my 600, not my 600-pound life. See, it's early. 1,000-pound sisters and 1,000-pound best friends, and probably MILF Manor. I didn't get a chance to watch it last night. I was tired. I'm going to try to squeeze it in today so I can commentate on it. Good morning, sweet potato. Um, so I'm going to do that. And then next Thursday, we're going to have on Josh's aunt, the lady that raised him, um, since he was, I think she told me 6, since he was around 6 years old, because he was always 6. So she will be here, and we're going to get into her case. And I'm waiting for Peg to let me know a good time for her to come on about her daughter Caitlin Rose's case. So, and then Terry Lynn is working um on Courtney's case with her mother. So we'll be covering all of those. Good morning, Drea. Good morning. But this morning, something was sent to me day before yesterday, and haven't heard about it. Didn't know anything about it. Good morning, sweetness. And it's just amazing the stuff that we don't know about, that the news is not putting out there. And guys, I'm going to put up this trigger warning. There's 2 disturbing stories this morning. And then we're going to talk about the 6-year-old, because it seems like from everything I'm reading, the school had been warned that this little boy had a gun. They did not do their due diligence. Now the teacher, thank God she survived, is suing the school board and the state. And I don't blame her. So let's get to this story. This one, I want to make sure I say good morning to everyone. Dana Dane, I did say good morning to you. Big Bad, I did say good morning to you. Sweetness, I did grab you as well. Before I go and get into this, you guys have me for, like I keep saying it, 45 minutes. And then I have to get ready. Well, I'm already ready. for work, but I have to log in and get some stuff done before my 7. This morning, my meeting's at 7:30, so I'm doing great this morning, not 7 o'clock, and I am working from home. Yes, 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 Drea, I am. And it's so much. I mean, this has just broken. And this is in Newport News, Virginia. And for those who, I used to live in Virginia Beach, and Newport News was about 30 minutes from me. It's just over the bridge. So, let's get into this. Let me share my screen real quick. Oh, I got to put up the trick. Oh, I did. I put it up already. I put it up. Okay. Let me share my screen, guys, and then I'm going to tell you about this story. Let's see. Do we have it? I'm going to put him full screen. Okay. So, this is so bad. This is Schuyler Bradley. This is Schuyler. They said he was lynched. He wasn't lynched. It's a term that they're using. So there's a petition now. This is crazy, but I'm going to tell you what happened. This is a 19-year-old black male that was lynched in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. He wasn't lynched, guys, okay? The term they're using, I'm not comfortable with, but Schuyler wasn't lynched, okay? So with this petition, it states that, hello, I'm contacting you guys to see if it would be possible to spread awareness of the lynching of a 19-year-old black male Indiana University college student in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Schuyler Bradley was innocently killed in Tuscaloosa, Alabama by a 22-year-old white male named Zachary Profosich, Profosich. So they're saying, well, Zachary has been free. I looked into it. He's been free for almost 3 years. He was granted the luxury of private hearing, in which allowed him to move to California the same day of the incident. Schuyler was found shot. You hear what I'm saying? Shot on October 16th, 2020 at 1:30 a.m. What happened was he had went out with some friends. They were leaving this bar. He was in town for a couple of days. A fight ensued. Schuyler tried to break it up. Zachary stepped to him and shot him in the head. I'm sorry, shot him in the stomach. I said the head. It's another case. It was shot in the head. Shot in the stomach. And he suffered from internal bleeding. He was resuscitated twice. That caused him to lose oxygen in his brain, making him brain dead, which later caused his organs to fail. He only had 116 liters of blood, and he was kept on life support until his mother, Daphne Groff, arrived. He passed away later that day at 2:17. 2:17. So I will be reaching out to speak to Daphne. That was sent to me. Good morning, Proud Army Mom. Good morning. So this young man tried to break up a fight with his friends and the Zachary person. This reminds me of the case. Oh, I think his name was Zach. When he had that accident and killed all those people because he was drinking. They released him under his mother's supervision. He couldn't drive, couldn't do this. Rich kid. The mother was covering for him, and then he was still doing the same thing, drinking and driving. And now the mother and he he was put in, and so was the mother. The father divorced them. He divorced both of them. So again, let's look at this picture of Schuyler. This is disgusting. This is sad. And they released him. He had a private hearing. The hell is a private hearing? This is this young man. Let me get this petition and drop it in the chat. That's what I really wanted to do. This is Schuyler Bradley, who is no longer with us. I see blood all up here as well. Oh my God. That's his mom. Oh my God. This is so sad. So I signed the petition, guys. I signed it. I'm going to drop it in the chat for you guys if you want to go take a look at it, sign it. Yep, he got special treatment. Thank you, Dante, for listening. He had a special hearing that allowed him to move to California. And he's been free for just about 3 years. Free to go do whatever he wants to do. So I dropped the petition in the chat. If you guys want to go sign it, you can sign it. I will be reaching out to his mother. And people are sending me all of these stories. People that I didn't know followed me. People that have watched certain things. And they've been sending me these things. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my goodness. So I want to talk about this 6-year-old before I get to this last disgusting case, because this is going to take all my time. This 6-year-old, of course, you know, they're not giving his name. Okay. So undoubtedly he had, good morning, Mr. Jimenez. Good morning, my sweetie. Where have you been? I haven't seen you around. It's always a pleasure to see you, Edwin. Always a pleasure to see you pop in. Thank you for coming in and saying hi. I really, really appreciate that. Oh my God. See Mr. Jimenez with his wrench. I missed you. So anyway, let me oh my goodness, my head is starting to pound. Okay, so let me get this. The 6-year-old from Newport News. It seems that the school had been warned. They don't have his picture up. And I thought I had found in a news clipping when they were discussing it, because the parents were going off on the school board, and they're going to remove the superintendent from the school board. I mean, from the district. 6 years old. The teachers, I mean, this is crazy, but they will warn. They will warn this young man, this young boy, not a young man, this young boy, 6 years old. I was trying to figure out, how did he put the pressure on these? Because if anybody knows, so hold on, I found it. I just went look for it. This is 2 minutes. Let me play this for you guys so you can hear it for yourself. I've been looking at this and looking at this, so let me just play this. He's a baby, 6 years old. See, if he has special needs. Then again, what could the teacher have probably done for have him carrying a gun? I'm like, oh my God. Let me get this for you guys. This is just crazy. Newport News. Okay, make sure I get this on the screen right for you, because I knew I saw it the other day and I said, this is crazy. Okay, here we go. Let me just play this so you guys can hear it. This is 2 minutes, guys. Sorry, I didn't put it on.
Responsible for school safety had done their part and take preventable if the school administrators responsible for school safety had done their part and taken action.
The lawyer for Abigail Zwerner, the first grade teacher shot by a 6-year-old student, announcing she intends to sue the Newport News School District.
They failed to act, and Abby was shot.
She laid out a timeline of the day of the shooting, saying late morning Zwerner went to school administrators to report that the boy had threatened to beat up another student. But she said nothing was done. About 12:30, she said a second teacher, concerned the child had a gun, searched his backpack, and finding nothing, warned an administrator she believed the boy put the gun in his pocket. Then after 1 p.m., a third teacher warned of a student saying the boy in question showed him the gun at recess and threatened to shoot him if he told anyone.
Did administrators call the police? No.
No.
Did administrators lock down the school?
No.
No. Did the administrators evacuate the building? No. When a fourth employee who heard about the danger asked the administrator for permission to search the boy, he was denied.
The school district, citing an ongoing investigation, declined to comment today on the statements from Zwerner's attorney, but confirmed the assistant principal at Rich Neck Elementary School has resigned. Earlier this month, Superintendent George Parker acknowledged school officials were warned.
At least one administrator was notified of a possible weapon in the timeline that we're reviewing.
And tonight, Parker is out of a job. At a special school board meeting, officials voted to remove him and appoint an interim superintendent. Meanwhile, students are scheduled to return to classes on Monday.
Andy Meisher's new reporting about actions the teacher took before she was shot.
NBC News has learned from a source close to the situation that Zwerner texted a loved one just about an hour before she was shot, saying that the student had said he had a gun in his backpack and that school officials weren't helping. The source said that the text, quote, showed her frustration.
It's sad. It's sad. 6 years old. Let me just stop. 6 years old. 6 years old. The school did nothing. But if I'm a teacher and I'm going to the administrator, the principal, and I'm saying I'm having issues with this student, or this student is doing this, you would pull that student from, that's what they do in Texas. You pull that student. That's what they did here when it was said at the first day of school that some child had a gun in his backpack at Kayla's school. It was a BB gun. They called the police. The police came in. They didn't try to do it themselves. They called the police. That's what I'm trying to figure out, Denise. How did he know how to use that gun? How did they know? It doesn't say that he had any kind of mental issue. Well, you know, they always say people have mental issues when stuff like this happens. They don't say, they don't give the name, they don't give his parents' name. They just downplay the whole thing. But the police officer was a police investigation. They did speak to the mother and the little boy immediately after the shooting. He had a Taurus 9mm pistol. It's a little small thing, a Taurus 9mm pistol, and he fired it at his teacher. And it was purchased by his mother. She dropped him off at school that morning. That little boy had that gun in his backpack. They're not going to tell us who it is. They're not going to tell us who it is. I think I need to reach out to some of these parents at this school. They haven't. So just to let you know, he's under evaluation and he's in state custody. They haven't spoken to him since January 6th, and that's the day of the shooting. Authorities have searched 2 homes belonging to the family as of last week. But the family did issue a statement through an attorney. So let me read you this statement that the attorney that they issued. I just want to get this out the way. They said in the letter, the family began the statement by saying they are praying for the healing of the teacher who was shot, Abby Zawarner. She has worked diligently and compassionately to support our family as we sought the best education and learning environment for our son. So maybe he did have some issues. We thank her for her courage, grace, and sacrifice. That's what the statement says. And they said that their family has always been committed to responsible gun ownership and keeping firearms out of reach of children. That's what it says. And well, he's in state, but he's under hospital care, receiving treatment. And he suffers from acute disability and was under a care plan at the school that included his mother or father attending school with him and accompanying him to class every day. But that's not what happened. The mother dropped him off at school. And they said on the week of the shooting, the family stated that it was the first week they were not with the child. But if you've got a plan that you're supposed to be with this child in his classes every day, that's what you should have been doing. So he is in special education. And the student qualified for an individualized education plan, which is known as an IEP. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Good morning, etc. Good morning, Denise. But if you're supposed to attend classes with your son, either the mother or the father, what was different? Good morning, Margaret Frey. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, good morning, sister. I didn't see you come in. Good morning. I see somebody. Good morning, sister. Good morning. I was reading my notes that I had made, and they're not giving too much information on the parents at all. But they searched 2 homes that I jotted down. They gave that little measly ass statement, and I'm sorry, it is a measly ass statement. And I was trying to find, let me see, I had the teacher's picture. I didn't download it, but I know where I got her picture from. And oh, there she goes right there. There she goes. There she goes. There she goes. Let me show you the teacher that was working with this young man to get him to where he needed to be. But if the teacher is telling me that I need to be with my son in class, I'm going to be there. I am going to be in class with my son. I'm going to tell y'all, Nathan knows. So here's the picture of Abby. There she is. There's Abby. I mean, I am so happy this woman survived. I am so happy she survived and it didn't turn out another way. But you're in an administrative role when your teachers are coming to you, your coworkers are coming to you, telling you there's an issue. If you don't, the first thing you do is pick up that phone and you call 911. You knew the student. You knew what student they were talking about. Not 1, not 2, but 3 teachers and a student. Come on. I'm telling you, when Nathan was around 6, 7, he was 1st or 2nd grade. I can't remember right now, but I think it was 2nd. Nathan was causing so many issues in class. He would go to school and show his ass, smart as a whip. Straight A student, always has been, except when he got to 11th and 12th grade. Then he had A's and B's, causing all kind of issues. I was getting calls to go pick up Nathan from school every day. It got to the point I wouldn't even leave. A friend of mine worked with me. She would go, I said, don't call me no more, because if I come up there, I'm going to hurt him. She would go pick him up. And this happened after we moved from Maryland to Virginia Beach. And then I noticed he was acting up a lot because whenever he act up, his father would be there the weekend. He would come in. They would go shopping. They would hang out. And he would be good for like a week. And then he start cutting up again. His dad would come down. So the day that I got home, he was home with my friend that picked him up. He asked me, here's what Nathan asked me. When is my dad getting here? I said, what? He said, when is my dad getting here? I said, oh, I got you. So I took Nathan to see a child psychologist. And I mean, at the time it was costing me, it was either $75 or $80 for a 45-minute session. So he went. And the third or the fourth session, he told me, he says, well, they put him on Ritalin so he can behave in school. I went to school one day, Nathan looked like a zombie. And I'm like, no, I went to the nurse's office, took that medicine. I said, no, he's not getting any more of this. So by the time we went to, I think it had to be the third or fourth appointment, he says, there is nothing wrong with Nathan. He says, I can tell you, you can keep bringing him here, but you're wasting your money. So I looked into a program where he would go to this school and he would have to earn the rights to come home on the weekends. I looked into that program. They went to the school. They observed Nathan. They came around, talked to all my neighbors. Nathan never acted that way at home. He would tell you himself, never. Sweetest kid. He wants to show off in school. So once they told me that Nathan wasn't a good fit for that program because they didn't see, that's when I proceeded to tear that ass. Yes, that's when I proceeded. I gave him every opportunity. I went and I searched for help and I proceeded to tear that ass. By the time he turned 8, he was a totally different child. I remember my uncle told Nathan, if you ever graduate high school, I'm going to be there. Not only did Nathan graduate high school, he graduated with honors. When I called my uncle, he goes, I'm coming in. He went to his grandson's graduation that day, he flew out that night and came to Texas from Virginia for Nathan's graduation. And I never told him that he was graduating with honors. So I went to the moon and back to make sure my son was getting the help he needed when he really didn't need help. He was just a spoiled ass brat that wanted his way in school because he damn near had everything he wanted at home. Two can tell you Nathan was horrible, just like her son Patrick. They are two of a kind. But when you go through all of this and you reach out for help for your kids, if they would have told me we need you here in class with him, I would have been in class with him. If they said, okay, Nathan can't attend this school unless he's medicated, he would have stayed medicated, but no, he wouldn't have. I would have found him a different school because he was sitting in class like a zombie. And that wasn't working for me. So I took his medication. When they told me that Nathan didn't know his colors. This was kindergarten. I said, what do you mean Nathan doesn't know his colors? I said, Nathan's been writing his name, doing his ABCs and reading since he was like 4 years old because I work with him. And I get in that class. I said, what color am I wearing? He looked at me. He said, fuchsia. I said, what color is that little? And they were looking. No, he was, when they were doing the testing that day, he was pissed. And he was sitting there unraveling his shirt, tearing up paper, doing anything not to take that test. And they were trying to put my son in special needs. I told that to my uncle. He was like, what kid? I said, oh, they said Nathan was special needs. No, he wasn't. He had an attitude issue, which I soon corrected. But this little boy right here, if I want to know what changed in that IEP that stated he can go to school without his mother or father. So that tells me he had serious issues if the school is telling you you can't be there unless your mom and dad are with you. I mean, your mom or dad is with you. You've got a Taurus. Hold on. Let me look and see what this Taurus. I remember those being a little small gun. It's a Taurus 9mm. It's a little gun. There it is. I mean, it is small. And hold on. Let me show you this little gun. So it doesn't take that much pressure. I'm taking it on the trigger to pull it. Let me show you this. Hi, Mustang Sally. Hi, Michelle LaBelle. Hold on. Let me show you this. This is the Taurus. There it is. That's the gun. Hold on. I thought I was sharing it. Am I not sharing it? Taurus, share. Let me take this comment down. That is the Taurus right there. Hi, Virgie C. Good morning. That is the gun that 6-year-old had at school. Now, it should have been in a lockbox. They have lock boxes now that doesn't even, with your fingerprints. They have same thing like the keypad entry. You have, undoubtedly, this gun wasn't locked up. Undoubtedly, they're saying they practice gun safety in the home and they put it out of reach of children. Why didn't you know your son had that gun and then threaten another student that if he told, he was going to shoot him? Good morning, Colleen with the K. That is the gun this little boy had in school. That's the gun right there. Now, good morning, Pisces Strong, and welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got snow that we're supposed to be getting snow today. I'm just trying to figure out, wait a minute. Michelle said something. Wake up late. Good morning, everyone. I will hear listening as I get ready. Heidi chats. Thank you, Mustang. I'm just going back to see. It should not have been easy for that child to have gotten a gun. No, it shouldn't have been. These small town schools don't give a crap, but these kids who don't have a certain last name or an athlete, so yep. But they didn't. Okay, they ignored the situation. But this teacher was working with this family to help this kid. Good morning, J-Fed. Good morning, G5. Good morning, Tamara. I'm just saying, this is so sad. 6 years old, first grade. I'm just like, what in the hell? Okay, so let's get to these disgusting people right here. I'm drinking coffee. Schools canceled. Okay, hold on. Schools canceled again. At least, let me tell you, they closed schools in Spokane one day when we had that blizzard that came through. And then the next day, I'm like, if I'm not moving my car, Kayla isn't getting on the bus. So she didn't go to school. And I called and told them that. Good morning, Nailed by Rachel. Good morning, sweetie. Welcome. Good morning, Mayor. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's get to these nasty. Oh, my God. William and Zachary Zuluk of Atlanta. Let me just put them on the screen real quick so we can see these sick fucks. Oh my God, these people are disgusting. This is the only picture I can, well, there are other pictures. I'm trying to find their mugshot. There they go. The happy couple. Let me share. There is the happy couple. There is the happy couple right there. See him? I was trying to find the picture of the two kids that they adopted from this Christian organization. trying to find the two kids the pictures of the two kids they adopted from this Christian organization. These two men forced these little boys into having relations with older men. They themselves were having this happened in August 2022. They admitted that they circulated illicit videos of the abuse involving the children. They had the nerve to plead not guilty. Not guilty. He would put these little boys on these sites. He would offer these little boys to men. They sexually assaulted their adopted sons, but they recorded the instances of abuse while forcing them to engage in inappropriate relations. Oh my God, what are they? They're 8 and 9 or 6 and 7. 8 and 9 or 6 and 7. I'm trying to remember the ages. They were in 3rd and 4th grades at the time of this abuse. They were indicted in August, and you know why? Someone turned them in. They're wealthy, successful. William is 33. Zachary is 35. He's a banker. William is a government worker. He was an activist and a papa to 2 little boys. So someone reported them because they downloaded, oh my God, it's just making me sick. They downloaded this footage of child abuse. William is the one, let me see, was it? William was the one that was shooting, and Zachary was the one that was doing all the downloading of the footage and sending it out. So the person that reported them was Hunter Clay Lawless and Armando. And they were implicated too in a child sex abuse ring. What the hell is wrong with you people? Hunter was the one that reported them. He said he never directly engaged in assaulting the children, but that Zachary would encourage him and urge him to watch the abuse. One night, Zachary actually sent him a message telling him, "I'm about to have sex with my son." They need to be high chicken cakes. They need to be under the fucking jail. And I want them, God, oh my God. You know what they do to these guys in jail? They need to put them where they will be attacked and assaulted on a daily basis. Then again, they might start liking it. And these kids wait a minute now, it gets better. They adopted these 2 little boys from a Christian agency for special needs children. So tell me that's not predatory behavior. Tell me that's not predatory behavior. Now, this makes it seem like gay men are pedos. They're not. These sick fucks need help. Sick. But wait a minute now. Zachary had an incident with a 14-year-old boy 7 years earlier. And no one knows how he could have adopted these kids because he did this before. He did this before, but they allowed them to adopt these boys. They sodomized their sons. That's child trafficking because they were promoting these kids. They were inviting men over to the house to engage in activities with these little boys. Hi, Miss B. This shit is crazy. Yes, they should be castrated. But he had this incident before. They pleaded not guilty. What the fuck? They've got the video evidence. It was seized from your house. You've got people that are testifying against you, even though one didn't physically engage. They still watched. They still watched. So now they're investigating all of these people involved with this sex ring. What do you get? Oh my God. And then guys, I said it last night on Terry Lynn's, and I am trying to get an update. There was a 6 week, 6 months, 6 months, 6 weeks, 6-week-old baby, 6-month-old baby that was sexually assaulted and is in critical condition. What do you get out of doing this to kids? I think the fact that they were rich, they said, okay, there's a way for us to, they're willing to adopt it. But if they did a background check, they would have known that Zachary had done this with a 14-year-old 7 years before. He has a thing for young boys. Good morning, Sassy Susie. How are you? 6 weeks. Thank you, Michelle. Wait a minute. Is it 6 weeks? Let me go find because I've been trying to get the update on this story and I can't. I really, really, really haven't had time to grab this. Hold on. Let me find it. It was sent to me and I'm trying to find it. It's just disgusting. I am so sorry. It's just disgusting that these two men, I think Granny, let me see. Let me tell you. I'm trying to get it. I think it's 6 weeks. Either 6 weeks or 6 months. And I've been looking for it. 6 weeks. It was a 6-week-old baby. And she's in critical condition. And a couple. So that's the parents. Let me see. 6-week-old baby assaulted. Hold on. Let me check it again to see. Hold on. Let me look. Okay. This happened in Lithbridge. 6-week-old baby is in critical condition. She's still in critical condition as of a day ago. This is in Calgary. This is Canada. Is this Canada? Yes, Canada. Okay, so let me hold on. This is Canada. Okay, there's a prayer vigil and everything going out for her. They said dozens of people gathered on Monday evening for a vigil in support of this little girl. Oh, God. And the couple have been arrested and they chose to remain in jail. They need, yep, this is Canada. This happened in right outside. The little girl is in Alberta Children's Hospital. So it's the 31-year-old mother is charged with failing to provide the necessaries of life, while the 52-year-old father faces the same charge along with aggravated assault, sexual assault, and sexual oh my God, interference. There's a court-ordered publication ban prohibiting the release and identifying information about the infant, including her and her parents' names. Okay, let's get this right. She's 31, he's 52. Can't be that hard to figure out who they are. 6 weeks. This is sickening. 6 weeks. What the hell do you find exciting about a 6-week-old? My son stopped bathing their daughters after they turned, I'm going to say, I think Mackenzie was a year, because he said, well, no, she had started school and he said, he heard something on the news about they were trying to say that the father was touching the child. He goes, nope. He goes, I told my wife from now on, nope, you're not going to school talking about, oh, daddy touched me here. He goes, nope, don't give her a bath. Don't do nothing. He says, nope. Nope, 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 nope. This is crazy. You adopt kids to abuse them. That's what you did. You weren't providing them. Oh, you provided them a home, but it came with a cost. Can you imagine what these little boys are going to have to go through? Can you imagine what they went through? How that's going to play on their psyche, the treatments they're going to need. I want to know about this Christian organization that allowed these people to adopt these 2 boys, that didn't verify, that didn't do background checks. Because if they did, they would have saw that Zachary had that in his background. Good morning, Teddy B. Good morning. They would have known this man had this in his background. So that tells me you didn't look. You saw 2 rich white guys. Oh, yeah. You saw a way of getting rid of 2 kids with special needs. And that's what you did. You can't tell me it didn't happen any other way. They probably made a donation to the, to your organization. But they were brothers. They did adopt siblings. They need to be hung up by their balls. Exactly. Hang them up by their balls. Let's torture them the way they did these kids. How do you feel protected if you've got a man that you look up to and you think that's your dad and he's sexually assaulting you on a daily? I'm serious. I find myself, when we go places, I find myself watching the interaction between people just to see if I see something that doesn't look right. And it's weird because you have to do that now. It's just crazy. Teddy B, where you taking off to, baby? You getting ready to fly? I know I'm getting ready to fly. It's just worse. It's sick for the stuff that's going on with these people. You've got a young man that lost his life when he was just there for a weekend fun with his friends because somebody named Zachary decided, oh, you're not going to mess up my fun. I want to fight. Shoots him in his stomach. He bleeds internally. He's left there. And then his mother comes and she decides he was brain dead. They had no choice but to pull the plug. It's just crazy. It's crazy. So when people go to adopt kids, I mean, sounds like a private adoption to me. It's from a Christian organization. Sounds like a private adoption. How close do you think they checked their backgrounds? Only thing they saw was money and a house. And they had a way that they can show, hey, our program works. We've had 2 adopted this month. What is it? It's for your books. Is it for your books? Yep. We done wrote off 2. They're in a good home. I want to know about these other kids they've placed. How many kids have they placed? Oh, notice they didn't give out the organization that the kids were adopted from. Oh, you. Oh my God, Miss B. You. No, no, no. I don't care if it was someone related to me. I don't care. Their ass would be turned in. If not hurt before then. I'm sorry, guys. I got to do something real quick. If not hurt before then. I can't with these people. I can't. We don't play that. Nothing, especially when it comes to kids or it comes to elderly people. You don't do that. What was this? Last year I read about this elderly woman that was in this senior citizens place, or it was in a rehab facility, when she was repeatedly being art by somebody that worked on the janitorial staff. And this woman had all kinds of infections. And yeah, they'll turned it to the coroner's office. And you know what they did? They fired the guy. Fired him. Never reported him. The family reported it. And that's how he got arrested. Because they didn't want to lose the people that they had, and they didn't want to lose their government funding. And that's some shit. You don't want to lose your government funding. So you let this man keep R-ing, and then you find out who it was. You saw it on camera. Then when the family finds out something has been going on and you got to get this, what's going on with their mother, you tell them that, it was an incident. No, she had been repeatedly R-ed at that facility. Oh my God, Miss B. They didn't want to lose their funding. So the family, and they pleaded with the family. So now they got federal investigators there, because I'm sure that's not the only case. It was a privately run facility. Now the state's involved and the federal government. The organization, they're not saying anything about the organization. That is one that I have been digging on. and digging. They haven't mentioned, and I've looked back at when it happened in August. I went to the area, to that local newspaper, everything. Good morning, Gwen Branston. Good morning, sweetie. But just so you guys know, it's sick. It is sick. And the stuff that is being sent to me is just completely disgusting. But a lot of this stuff you don't hear in mainstream media. They don't want to get it out there unless, like when I was started covering Alex Murdaugh, it was just in that little local area. All of a sudden, it became this big sensational story because I said it when I heard about it. I said that man is involved. He had his son and his wife killed. The more I read it, the more I looked into it. The wife had a forensic accountant go through the books. The son had been in a boating accident that killed this young woman, Mallory Beach. They were being sued by the families. That they were about to lose a whole lot of money. He thought by killing his son and killing his wife, she's not going to find out everything that's been going on, how he had been stealing from the firm just to keep money. Turns around, they sued you, your son, and then your other son. They just started adding everybody to it. Then to find out that your maid had slipped down some stairs and fell and killed herself. There was this other young man, I think his name was Taylor, that was dating your older son. He wound up dead now down the street from your house. I said, this case is disgusting. I smell cover up. But the maid, after a second autopsy, first, it was a true fall. But this young man who was said to be dating his older son was a hit and run accident right down the street from his house. The wife and son, first of all, you get home, you go back to where the dog kennel is. How do you know that's where your family was? Then I find out he was on the phone talking to him. Then he hired somebody to shoot him to make it seem like his life was in danger. When I read all, I was like, yep, he's guilty. I said it from the beginning, and I stood by what I said. He was involved. That was a Lifetime movie? Oh, I don't watch Lifetime. I don't know, Duchess. But this is Alex Murdaugh. He's down in South Carolina. He's down in South Carolina. And that was given to me by one of my followers. She knew the family really, really well and the law firm because they used to be their lawyers. My neighbor left bruises on her 5-year-old son's back and butt for stealing candy. I reported her. Her son now lives with a good family. He was a special needs child. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Uncle Eddie trying to make it look like he was in danger. Money can't buy happiness. No, it can't. Oh, my goodness. Good morning, ambulance girl. I saw you. Hi, Proud Army Mom. Mom, I just realized I didn't say good morning to you. Hi, Queen of Get Bent Margine. Duchess of Petty, good morning. Oh, the whole thing seems like a Lifetime movie. Yes. Guys, if you think I'm kidding, go back. I actually have it categorized. It's about, matter of fact, let me go look at hold on, let me go look. I'm going to tell you exactly where it's at. But I covered him from the beginning. It's in my playlist. And crime stories. I thought I put him in his own folder, but maybe I didn't. But I've covered Alex Murdaugh. No, Alex Murdaugh is in his own folder. He's in his own folder. Alex has his own folder. It's the Murdaugh murder mystery. So many twists and turns. He's a liar. He had everything to do with that case. Come to find out, he's got a drug issue, everything. Ooh, you called the school too. All right, guys. Well, that's what I have for you this morning. I'm probably going to be back tonight. I need to call Debbie to make sure that she's watched the shows that we're going to discuss. But yes, we are going to do Tina. If you want to come up tonight, which you need to come up tonight with 1,000-pound best friends and 1,000-pound sisters, we are covering that tonight. Ooh, good for you. I called CPS one time, and that was on my grandson's mother. And it wasn't about my grandson because he was with me. My son was overseas. She was always going out and leaving her daughter with strangers. And I did call and I reported her. And I told her it didn't matter if she and my son were not together anymore. It did not matter. If she's going to go out and hang out, do not leave that little girl with anyone. You don't know these people. You just met these people. You don't know who lives in that house. And I told her that. And she kept doing it. And I kept finding out about it. And I called and I reported her. And I told her I called and reported her. That was the only time I called CPS. I know of a case that's horrific that hasn't been reported on other than locally. DM me, Duchess of Petty. Those are the ones I love. Good morning, my sweetie, Missy Tessa. I was worried about you. And you know, if I don't see you around, I'm going to check to make sure you're okay. I told his mother I was I do the same. I told her I called. I said, I keep telling you, stop leaving that little girl with people you don't know. If something happens to her, which right now she's in nursing school. She is gorgeous. She was always she was kind of like but she's a beautiful young woman. You don't know these people. Oh my God. See? And I did. I called and I told her I reported her. And from then on, she was with me. She was picked up on outstanding warrants. All of her friends that she knew. Nobody knew. I got a phone call from my son overseas. Hey, there's an issue. She's at school. Her mom's in jail and no one's there to pick her up. Guess who went to get her? I did. Guess who took her shopping so she can have clothes for the weekend? I did. Guess who had her until she can? And then do you think she was like, oh, well, my friend? No, these are not your friends. These are people you knew that you were hanging out with, spending my son's damn money. I don't play that. I don't play that. So I had her. Matter of fact, my son wasn't overseas. He had just came from overseas. He was heading to Vegas. He was heading to El Paso, then to Vegas to go party with some of his friends before he went back. And he was talking about canceling his trip. I said, no, I got this. I'll go get her. I said, get on the plane. I got her. I don't play with kids. I don't speak on people's kids. My mother can tell you, when my son was born, anytime we went to the movies, we made sure we went late, like when it's time for him to go to bed, and he would go with us to the movies. I never asked my mother to keep my kids. Well, especially on my first son, they were always with me. I said, if I'm going someplace and I can't bring my kids, I don't need to go. They've been eating at restaurants since they were little. Same thing with Kayla. Same thing with Christopher. Christopher was eating with chopsticks when God knows how. He would get, and he got the little small chopsticks. He was like, what, 4, 5? And we're all eating with chopsticks, and that Chrissy's with chopsticks. They know how to behave in places. Where I go, I take them. You're going to learn. We don't behave like this. Children are a blessing. But guys, I love you all, and I will see you later tonight. Again, don't forget next Thursday, I'm going to have Josh's mom. Well, I say his mom. his aunt, she raised him. And they will be on with me and TL on Thursday at 3 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Eastern, 1 o'clock my time. So that, guys, you know, I'm working half day that day because this is going to take everything I have. Good morning, everybody. Children and elderly, yes, are to be protected. Yes. Thank you, Miss B. I appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys being here. And guys, I just looked. I was told that I need to look at my sub count, right? And I had not looked at my sub count. And I'm going to say, Brooke, when 90 days came over, when I did the members only, she had her people to come over and sub and join my channel. And I want to say thank you. Right now, and it is, I was shocked. My sub count is, well, you can see it. And I don't really look at that kind of stuff. And I really don't. I don't pay attention to it. But it's funny because I always tell TL, girl, look at your sub count. Look what you're doing. And she doesn't watch hers either. So, but I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Colleen with the K. Yes, guys, please hit the thumbs up. Good morning, Vixie. Good morning. And I have the, I put my birthday wish list out there. Y'all will see I have coffee on there, candles, just crazy shit that I actually buy. Good morning, Flo Nightingale. I appreciate you being here. Good morning. And I will be putting the list up and sharing the list for the organization for Golden Swan Cadre, for them to distribute feminine products to all these women in DV centers that they are partnering with. So we're getting together. I've added some stuff on there. I've sent it out, and I think they sent it back to me. I will be giving it to any content creator that wants to contribute to these women, so they can post the link as well on their channels, so we can get these women products and stuff that they need. Shampoo, deodorant, napkins, toothpaste, toothbrush, little spa treatments, you know, when they take a shower, little body scrubs, something that makes them feel special. I am a member and couldn't watch it. No, Margene, for a minute, I had to put it on private, but it's there now. I think it's back. I'll go double check, but I think it's back on members only. I put it on private for a second, but I think it's back on members only because Tina sent me a message. And right after I came off live is when I put it on private because I saw there was a lot of activity. So, but I will, I'll double check. It should be open now. But I'll double check when I get out of here to make sure that it's back on members only. Okay, I'll go double check. Matter of fact, let me go look right now, Margene. I think it should be on members only. Let me go look. Yep, it's on members only, Margene. It's there. It's there. I had to double check. Okay. All right, guys. So Tina, I'm going to talk to you later. Everybody have a great day. I have to get busy. I have to get in. I have to log in so I can start getting some stuff done for my meeting at 7:30. Yes, it's there. It's there. So guys, have a great day. I really appreciate each and every one of you being here. And like I said, I'm looking, Duchess of Petty, please send me that article that you were talking about. And this weekend, I'm going to do a lot more because I'm trying to pull some police reports that I can't seem to get, which are weird. Even just a report that was the missing report. So I can't even pull that. So I'm trying to see if I can get some help in doing that. But again, I appreciate everybody being here. And I love my morning coffee. And this morning, yes, I was drinking my coffee. I drank community coffee. I order it directly from Amazon since I'm no longer in Texas or in close to Louisiana. And then if I don't have that coffee before it gets here, I get Peaks here. I get Seattle's Best and I get the dark roast that comes close to it. So the only coffee I drink is community coffee. And I need to stop drinking a lot of coffee again because I'm starting to hurt underneath my arms. When you drink too much caffeine, you start getting little stuff. So I need to cut back on my caffeine again. So love you guys. Have a great day. And I'm sure I'm going to see you later. I have some lives to catch up on. I know Mims went live. I saw Jules went live yesterday. So I'll probably be listening to those in and out of meetings. But I want to say thank you again, and I will see you all later on. Bye. Thank you guys for coming. See you later.